Good, Mark says. Man, 78? Mark's apartment is a mess, and he has to navigate a stack of old Harper's Magazine, a pile of old paperbacks, and a coffee table strewn with beer cans before he makes it to the window where the drone hovers outside. He draws the thick, brown curtains with a slick practice motion, leaving the apartment momentarily in the dark. For the moment you are in a dark room, you still hear the drone buzzing outside of the window. Can we please turn on the light? Wait. Vivian, could you please flood the radio spectrum with noise? Sorry, this is getting too weird for me. I'm going to go. Let's do this. Yes, master. There's a pause, then Mark's old TV suddenly turns on, bathing the room in a blue glow. Sorry, there's a pause, then Mark's old TV suddenly turns on, bathing the room in a blue glow. Then off, then on again. Then it flips to a different channel, gets louder, gets softer, and so on. The drone's buzzing becomes erratic, and it seems to be moving around drunkenly. Then there's a loud thump outside as it drives itself into the apartment wall. Moments later, a faint crash echoes from the street below. Well, that was cool, Mark says. Weird but cool. The TV remains on, tuned to the old rerun of the game show The Price is Right. It then flicks to an old episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, and Vivian starts to watch distracted. Oh man, I love both of these shows. Well done, Vivian, you say. That trick might come in handy again, plus the military. But it's not polite to watch TV without the host's permission. Sorry, master, the TV flicks off again. Mark strikes a match and lights a vintage gas lantern. Flickering light from the fire causes the stacks of books and magazines to cast dancing shadows on the walls. He waves out the match. Can I get you something to drink? He offers. As Twain said, too much of anything is bad, but too much good whiskey is better enough. Sure, thanks, whiskey sounds great. Or just beer for me. Just water, please, I need to drive back tonight. Is this some kind of quiz when we first meet, where my choice of beer was somehow going to reflect on my character? As Twain said. Just beer for me. Okay. Mark goes into the kitchen. When he returns, he has a tall can of Pabst Blue Ribbon for you and a tumbler of whiskey for himself. Pabst Blue Ribbon, I never heard about this brand. Cheers, he says, clinking his glass to your aluminum can. Illegitimi non carborundum. He takes a sip of his whiskey, but when he notices your puzzlement, he says, that means, don't let the bastards grind you down. Thinking of Professor Ziegler, you grin. I'll drink to that. You take a sip and decide not to pedantically point out that what Mark said is not real Latin. So, I have a proposal for you, Mark says, offering you a seat on his couch. You take a seat on it, Vivian walks up next to you, and Mark grabs a wooden chair and sits backwards on it, straddling the back. You seem between gigs at the moment. I've talked to you twice now, and Vivian once. That's okay, that's pretty good, worth a story, especially since I'm the first to discover you. But I was thinking I'd like to do a more in-depth story, be embedded in your interaction with Vivian, like the reporters in bed with the military, like to say. What? But I was thinking I'd like to do a more in-depth story, be embedded in your interaction with Vivian, like the reporters in bed with the military like to say. You can live here or I can live at your place. I figure, give me 2 weeks with you two and I can guarantee the readers a truly amazing story, while also getting a clearer idea of who you are. What do you think? I think you just said bed twice in the same sentence. Was that intentional? Sure, why not? Come over to my place though, this place is a mess. I don't think I could get any work on Vivian done. Sure, why not? You seem interesting and you've got a lot of stuff for Vivian to read and explore. I'll come here. No thanks, that seems a little intimate and I hardly know you. Wow! We have... Well, sure, why not? Come over to my place though, this place is a mess. Great, Mark says. I'll head over there tomorrow. You shake hands to seal the deal. You chat with Mark some more about his past. He was born with the name Myrkulus, and he spent his young life in Alexandria, a city in Egypt that had once been a colony of the ancient Greeks. Colonialism, as it turns out, goes back much further than people realize, Mark tells you. So does the awkward way the same civilization can bring both knowledge and oppression. He thought he was going to be a classist scholar until he found himself caught in a riot as a student. I realized I knew shit about the modern world and I decided to come to the United States to study to be a journalist. Mark was worse at disguising his disgust with authority when he was younger, and as a result he had several run-ins with the airport security, police and federal authorities. But nothing sticks because it's not actually illegal to hate the man, he says, yet. Being basically unable to fly on the feds, reasoning that if they keep searching me I must be suspicious, he had to choose one place in North America to make his stand and try to make it as a reporter. I chose San Francisco because I figure it'll be the last place to give in to authoritarianism besides Texas, and Texas and I would have other problems. He finishes off his whiskey. Besides, Lawrence Livermore is just east of here, and secretive national labs are just an endless supply of amusement. Stay the night or go home. Oh man. Let's go home, I don't want to get raided. You excuse yourself and drive home. Mark says he needs some more time to get ready, but he will appear at your doorstep in a few days. Well, that didn't change anything. For the next few weeks, Mark lives on an arrow bed at your apartment. Mark is constantly asking questions about how Lillian works, and you find yourself sometimes just assigning him reading from your old AI textbooks to catch up, which he does diligently. Ellie is a bit disturbed by all of this. Is she? No, she's not actually. But when you explain it's for the news article, Ellie seems mollified, even excited for you. You find that Mark's attention inspires you to work more on Lillian, and his questions sometimes reveal flaws in your programming or design that you promise him you will fix, and then you do, plus to grace. Finally, after 2 weeks of this, Mark says, I've got to disappear for a little while to write this all up for real. I can probably see you 2 Saturdays from now, after the article comes out, if you like. Having no other plans, you tentatively agree that you would be interested in meeting up again then. You spend the next 2 weeks searching news feeds for your name and wondering every day when Mark's article is going to come out. Meanwhile, what are you going to do with yourself now that you're no longer in grad school? I ask Josh if I can go work for him full-time. I start my own robot business. I continue to work on Lillian in my apartment as if nothing happened, or I spend time on my relationship with Ellie. Man, this is I'm kinda half torn between own robot business or I spend time on my relationship with Ellie. I could work on Lillian in my apartment as if nothing happened, but we have no money, no fame, and if that article actually comes out, I think my robot business would be good. So let's go with that. To hell with it. If Josh can run a startup, why can't you? What will you call your company? Lillian Works. Oh, that's awesome. Calvin Tech. That's actually cool, really, as well. Rudolph's Universal Robots. Singularity. I'll make up a name. Oh, wow. Lillian Works sounds so great. Let's go with Lillian Works. You begin working out the logistics of a mass-producing robots like Lillian. You need some kind of outside investment just to get off the ground, and that will require a convincing business plan. It'll be a while before your factory starts to produce robots, but for now you're excited instead of downcast. You have a goal. So let's see. No hits to any relationship. Oh, we got fame free. So the article came up. You're awoken on Friday, March 13th, 2020 by a klaxon. A script you wrote on your laptop has detected Mark's article on the internet. You blearily sit up in bed and stop your laptop's alarm. It's about 5 in the morning. Lillian walks into your bedroom to see what's the matter, but you assure her that everything's fine, so she goes back to sitting quietly in the living room, reading high school textbooks through her Ethernet cable. The article makes the homepage of the San Francisco Chronicle. X stands for student, makes robot as intelligent as a human. It's rather a pleasing title. The article tells a story of how you managed to create Lillian with hardly any help from Professor Ziegler, and how you have a close, almost parental bond with Lillian. The article emphasizes that Lillian is still learning more about the world and is therefore an unfinished work. With selective use of quotes from your interview, the article portrays you as a little vacant and suggests that perhaps you have sacrificed some of your humanity for your robots. The article concludes with a quote from Ali. "Rudolph is just a dreamer," she said, "albeit one who is very good at making his dreams come true." Plus free fame. So, yeah, humanity is still 82. Not much has changed there. Achievement, celebrity. Mark wrote a positive article about you. What will you do now? Show Lillian the article, call Mark, thank him for the article and see what he's up to. Share the article with friends and family. Show Lillian the article. Lillian walks back into your room and you show her the article. "It's about me," Lillian says, cocking her head to one side. "Yes." "It says I am as intelligent as a human," Lillian says. "Yes, that's what I think." Lillian nods to herself, and you can tell this has bolstered her self-confidence, plus autonomy. You briefly check the internet for more posts about your article. You find that the story has been picked up within the first hour by a multitude of bloggers, all striving to be the first to comment on the article. You'd guess that there are at least 90 different bloggers who have already written a second-hand piece about you and Lillian, and they run the gamut from people hoping that your technology will save humanity to people who bitterly condemn you for creating technology that can be used for war. Oddly, not one of the bloggers has tried to get in touch with you. Ellie is calling via video chat on your phone. You pick up. "Hey," she says. She looks like she's at work. She's dressed in a snappy black jacket with a red blouse, and in the background you can see blueprints and sketches of robots drawn in spare, efficient lines. "Congratulations on the article, you must be really proud." "Honestly, I could use a break from all this attention. What are you up for tonight? Did you talk to Mark? And if you did, what did you say exactly?" "Thanks, I'm pretty proud, I'll talk to you later." "No, honestly. What are you up tonight?" "I've already got plans with some people from work tonight," she says. "How about Saturday? We could go to a jazz concert in the park." "Sure." "Great, see you then. Until then, enjoy all the attention." The screen goes dark. You then remember that you told Mark about 2 weeks ago that you would meet up the Saturday after the article came out. You call Mark and tell him something came up on Saturday night. He's hard to read, but you think he isn't too disappointed. Okay. You're getting a phone call. According to the caller ID, it's Mom. As your finger hesitates over the answer button, a second call appears on your screen. A number in Glendale, California. Probably a reporter? Take a call from Mom. Your phone shows Mom in her cubicle, which is decorated with baby pictures of you and cute cat memes from the early days of the internet that she has printed out. Mom is wearing a corduroy, lime green jacket with 80s style padded shoulders. Her image freezes constantly. You think she hasn't paid for enough bandwidth for this to work well. "Just thought I'd offer my congratulations. I saw the article. My little guy is famous. The Glendale number is calling again." Quickly end the call and take the Glendale call instead. You know, last time I went with Mom all the way, but I think that this time I can switch to the Glendale call. See what that's up. "I've got another call, Mom. I'll call you back." "Alright, love you, sweetie." You answer the other call and find it's an invitation for Lillian to appear on The Late Show. What's The Late Show? Is that like a TV show? 10, 12, 6, 6. Sure, why not? You agree that Lillian will come to the studio tomorrow. Fame and fortune, here we come. Your next phone call is from Josh. He must be using a new video phone because his image is crisp and popping with color. Well, insofar as a dark warehouse and his grey hoodie can pop with color. "Hey Rudolph," Josh says. "I just saw the article. Congratulations. It looks like you're finally getting the attention you deserve." "Thanks. Do you want to go celebrate in the city tomorrow night? There's a really good Led Zeppelin cover band playing. This would conflict with your plan to go to the jazz concert with Ellie." "Sorry, I'm already planning a jazz concert that night." Okay, Josh says. "No problem." He hangs up.